Namaste friends. According to HRD Ministry, there are over 6,000 engineering or technological institutions which are enrolling 2.5 million students every year, and almost 1.5 million engineers are released into the job market. Substantial graduate amount of graduates do not possess employability skills. A New Delhi-based organization, Aspiring Minds, conducted a survey on 1.5 lakh engineering students on the employability skills and reports that only 3% of them have suitable skills to be employed. And out of that, only 7% are able to show the core engineering skills. Indian Express reports the study conducted by Stanford University and World Bank about the quality of Indian engineering graduates and infers that they are inferior compared to Russian or Chinese engineers. Does the engineering education need a serious rethinking? Probably yes. On the occasion of Engineers Day, come let us commemorate the legacy of the father of Indian engineering and retrospect. Every year, 15th September is celebrated as Engineers Day on the birth anniversary of Sir Mokshaguna Visvesvaraya, fondly known as Sir MV, who was a great civil engineer and passionate activist of industrialization of India. He was knighted with Knight Commander of British Empire. Though India celebrated scientists like Sir C.V. Raman or Satyendranath Bose or mathematicians like Srinivas Ramanujam were known worldwide in those days. They were popular, but the engineers were largely unseen or remain unseen or noticed. That is the reason being the top echelons of engineering positions in those days were dominated by Britishers. And Sir Mokshaguna Visvesvaraya enters or starts his career in such a challenging times. Let me give you some backdrop of 1870s at the time when Sir Mokshaguna Visvesvaraya started his career. In the year 1870, Britishers have created Royal Indian Engineering College at Britain, and the primary purpose of this engineering college is to train engineering graduates, and they are supposed to work at Public Works Department, or popularly known as PWD, at India. And the top positions of PWD were occupied by British engineers. Although the Britain has established such popular engineering colleges in India as well during that time, like colleges at Pune, Roorkee, Chennai, and West Bengal. The graduates popularly are basically trained. The graduates from such colleges were allowed, or their services were taken only at subordinate levels. Although the Royal Engineering College at Britain was closed in 1906, the alumni of the college dominated the upper strata of the engineering services in India even then. Visvesvaraya was born on 15th of September 1861 in a village called Mudanahalli of Chikballapur Taluk, which is nearly 60 kilometers from Bangalore, to a Brahmin family. His father was Mokshagunam Srinivasa Sastri and mother Venkata Lakshmamma. Their ancestors were basically from a village known as Mokshagundam at Prakasham district of Andhra Pradesh. There are evidences that their forefathers have migrated to Mysore 3 centuries ago. His father was a scholar of Sanskrit and jurisprudence. He was also an Ayurvedic physician. Visvesvaraya lost his father at his early age of 12 years. But he completes his primary education at Chikballapur and his higher education at Bangalore. During his school time, sometimes he used to walk 60 kilometers to Bangalore to attend his education, eating food at temples and studying under street lamps. After completing his BA at Central College of Bangalore in 1881, he studies engineering at College of Science, Pune. Here, friends, as I spoke to you previously, when the young Mokshaguna Visvesvaraya arrives at Pune in 1881 to join engineering college, during the time, an Irishman, Theodore Cook, happens to be the principal of the engineering college. He plays a key and crucial role in molding Indian engineers during that time. He intervenes when British government issues strict appointment rules of PWD, or rather higher set of cutoff marks to recruit engineers. He writes to the Chancellor and British government as well, explaining that the syllabus of the graduate engineers is so colossal. To score 60% itself is a great deal and it's a great job. Then how PWD could impose such impossible cutoffs? The list of subjects the engineers are training engineers in those days who were trained at Pune Engineering College. If you want to look at, please refer in the description below. They are really huge. The list runs very huge. They are not a specialist engineers. They are generalist engineers. They know every aspect of engineering. We could imagine the kind of rigorous syllabus and vast domain of subjects of engineering graduates to study in those days. As we really train the engineering graduates nowadays, are we really doing such a rigorous training to meet the technological revolution? Please let me know in the comments. Sir Mokshaguna Visvesvaraya graduates from this college with honors in the year 1885. Subsequently, on the same year, he joins as an assistant engineer at PWD to work at Bombay. He lends his services to establish waterworks of the municipality of Sukur. In the year 1896, he gets promoted as an executive engineer and posted to Surat. During 1897 to 99, he works as an assistant superintending engineer at Pune. Sir Mokshaguna Visvesvaraya visits China and Japan in the year 1898. Later in the year 1899, he gets promoted to executive engineer for irrigation at Pune. He becomes sanitary engineer Bombay and also a member of sanitary board in 1901. In the year 1904, he represents Bombay government at Shimla Irrigation Commission. He gets elevated to superintending engineer in the following year, and Sir Mokshaguna Visvesvaraya leaves to Egypt, Canada, USA, and Russia during 1908. After coming back, he retires from British service. And the same year, Sir Mokshaguna Visvesvaraya gets consulted by Hyderabad's Nizam with a request to shield Hyderabad from the Musi floods. He successfully completes this project in the year 1909. He was instrumental in charting the design and plan of roadmap to construct a roadway to Tirumala to Tirupati. He was instrumental in realizing the Asia's largest known hydraulic project, Krishnarajasagar Dam, popularly known as KSR Dam, which was really the largest of such dams in Asia at the time. It enabled irrigation and power generation during that time. This project took almost 2 decades to finish. The design was automatic gates at this particular reservoir or dam was of patent designs by Mokshaguna Visvesvaraya. Lake 5 storage reservoir of KSR dam is also patented by Sir Mokshaguna Visvesvaraya. He also introduced a new system of irrigation known as block system of irrigation to low water yielding crops. Sir Mokshaguna Visvesvaraya cared deeply about education and also played a key role in establishing the Government Engineering College at Bangalore in 1917, which was named after him later. Between 1912 and 18, Sir Mokshaguna Visvesvaraya worked as Diwan of Mysore, and during this Diwanship time, he pushed a lot of factories and institutions into working under his leadership. Some of them are like this: the Mysore Bank, Mysore Chamber of Commerce, University of Mysore, Mysore Soap Factory, Mysore Iron and Steel Works, Sri Jayaramachandra Polytechnic, Bangalore, Bangalore Agriculture University, etc. Sir Mokshaguna Visvesvaraya also served on the board of directors of Tata Steel for more than 3 decades. On the invitation of Mahatma Gandhi, he supervised the flood control measures at Orissa in 1939. And with all his success, he was conferred the Bharat Ratna by the Government of India in 1955. The Mokshaguna Visvesvaraya writes to then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru on being conferred on Bharat Ratna: if you feel by giving this title I will praise your government, you will be disappointed. I am a fact-finding man. Such was his straightforwardness, truth-speaking personality he was. And Jawaharlal Nehru says, like Mahatma Gandhi, Mokshaguna Visvesvaraya is an Indian above all. No copy of an American or Englishman. Yet he has imbibed a modern scientific outlook and made a synthesis of these two. Today, India needs engineers like Mokshaguna Visvesvaraya and engineering trainers or professors like Professor Cook to drive the transformation in Indian engineering education with the depth of subject and clarity of mission, dynamism and courage to speak truth, and remain ethical and lifelong learning. Friends, how did you find about this video? Let me know in the comments. If you like my video, please subscribe my channel. Let's meet in the next video. Thank you very much.